Hi Nigel, I've said this for quite some time. I think you're trying to peak too soon. And I think on some level, you know that. It's interesting, isn't it? Because Brexit caused the small boat crisis. You're now saying you're the answer to the small boat crisis, and this via leaving the ECHR. The ECHR, let's not forget, was brought in after World War II to stop, let me just check my notes. Oh, that's it, governments being taken over by fascists. But just going over facts, I know you don't like them. You're saying we have to leave the ECHR because of 13 cases since 1980. I'm going to go out on a limb here and suggest that maybe leaving the ECHR isn't the solution you think it is. And in fact, forget about equality of rights and stuff, which I know you do, but leaving the ECHR makes Northern Ireland really vulnerable. Now, I know Dick, by name and nature, is out there on the round saying, no, he's spoken to a barrister that said it'll be fine. If I had to put money on it, this will be the barrister that Tice has spoken to. But it also puts Brexit a bit in jeopardy. It would terminate part of our extradition treaty with the EU. And given that you yourself have said several times you would take a government to the ECHR to hold them to account, literally there would be no other place to go. So that would be leaving us really vulnerable, wouldn't it, from, I don't know, a fascist government, for example. And of course the right-wing media are completely on your side. They seem to think that there's nothing wrong with your plan. In fact, they celebrate it. But the Mirror, albeit a left-wing rag, Nigel, has really come out against what you're doing today. And finally asked the question that so many people have been asking: why is a party with just 4 MPs being given so much airtime? You need the sense of panic. You need Operation Fear, because that's what you feed on. Because over the years, Nigel, you have been over-amplified, haven't you? And for all your lead in the polls, one would have to question, would that still be true if you weren't being over-amplified? It's a chicken and egg thing, really, isn't it? And yet all the time your real agenda has been hiding in plain sight. Like all populists, you need an IV drip of disorder to keep you relevant. And let's not forget, you've literally got TV channels now purely supporting your rhetoric. Here's Mike Graham on Talk TV saying that there was no violence against women until we had immigration issues. Which is interesting, because every woman that I know that has experienced violence has experienced it at the hands of somebody she's known, as opposed to somebody that just rocked up on our shores last week. But as I said, I think you've peaked too soon. But in fairness, you have moved the Overton window to somewhere really uncomfortable. But the Mirror's right, isn't it? It's time for people to really look at what you're saying and what you're trying to do, and then decide which side of history they want to be on. You won't be surprised to find out, Nigel, I'm not on your side, as you were.